Hello everyone. Addis Ababa, the capital city of Ethiopia, is also known as the political capital of Africa due to its political, historical, and diplomatic significance in the continent. The city is also home to headquarters of African Unity and the Economic Commission for Africa. All countries across the globe are also represented in the city. Since recently, Addis Ababa has been hosting several international and regional conferences that attracted thousands of visitors, including prominent figures. Today, our discussion will focus on the diplomatic, political, and economic significance of such prestigious conferences. My name is Awad, facilitating this discussion with my colleagues, Desta Kasai and Solomon Dibaba. Welcome to the show.
Nice to be here.
Let us begin with why is Addis Ababa a preferred place to host such international and regional conferences? Let's begin with this, Solomon.
Situated on a very favorable geostrategic location on the Horn of Africa and at the center of Ethiopia, Addis Ababa enjoys a very favorable climatic condition and weather setup that is almost close to room temperature, making it ideal for conferences and tourist conferences that have been conducted in the country in the past, and more recently in the last couple of months. On the other hand, Addis Ababa is developing a very thriving hospitality industry in which modern hotels that cater to visitors are being constructed and developed, enabling it to magnetize a lot of tourists and casual visitors, as well as those who participate on conferences that are conducted in Addis Ababa. Over the last couple of months, more than 10 global and regional conferences have been conducted in Addis Ababa because of the reasons that I have just mentioned.
Oh.
On the other hand, as you have mentioned earlier, Addis Ababa is a city that hosts the United Nations Economic Commission and, of course, the African Union. So that makes Addis Ababa a hub of global and regional conferences and center of tourism, which is gradually and steadily growing ever and ever.
Thank you, Solomon. What would be the contribution of such venues to promote Ethiopia, to promote Ethiopia's tourism and conference tourism, Desta?
And actually at a global level, it is acronymed as MICE, M-I-C-E, which stands for meetings, incentives, conference, and exhibitions. Just only one of the four, which is exhibition, contributes to about 325, more than 300 billion USD annually at a global level. So within this, the MICE plays a very crucial role to the global economy, which Ethiopia is part of, and has a very multiple opportunities and exponential place in Africa to play such kind of industry of the tourism. And not only is it crucial in its economic terms, it attracts thousands of delegates which are innovators, politicians, and so on. Ethiopia has many things to offer to the world, be it historical, be it continental level of being an epicenter of the Pan-Africanism and African unity, and having been the cradle of mankind. It has many things to offer, and it has actually built and boosted its tourism and hospitality sector over the years. Especially over the last 6 years, the government has given great priority to the tourism sector and has enhanced the capital city of Ethiopia, which is particularly, as you have explained, the political and diplomatic hub of Africa. It has enhanced its aesthetic value, its structure to fit the international standards and to make it very comfortable for its residents, including the diplomatic community. So in all this, Ethiopia has been doing many things to exploit the tourism, which is the meetings, the conference, the incentives, and exhibitions. And the last couple of about 10 and more than that, which were regional, international. Even last week, the CAF, which brought international, the CAF president and the FIFA president, even Guterres has attended the renovated Africa inauguration. So Ethiopia has a lot of things to offer and even to benefit from the MIC, I think.
We have been observing that there are encouraging efforts being carried out by the government. Pertinent bodies, for instance, Foreign Affairs Minister through its diplomatic missions across the globe, and also Ministry of Tourism, they are engaged in promoting Ethiopia's tourism sector, especially attracting the conferences that we have mentioned earlier, and also the pertinent actors in the private sector also. Tour operators, hotels have also been working on this, and the achievement so far registered in the sector are also the results of this effort. And conference tourism sector, the competition is very high. We can mention, for instance, Rwanda has been emerging as a new place to host several international conferences. And what do you think Ethiopia and the stakeholders in the sector should do to enhance the sector and Ethiopia can benefit from it? Solomon.
As I've mentioned earlier, the fact that there is a thriving conference tourism in Ethiopia has increased the visibility, rootedness, and positioning of Ethiopia into the African region. But still, there is more to be desired. In the context of public-private partnership, there is still the need to further improve the logistics services for the promotion of conference tourism and upgrading the level of hospitality, and also modernizing the digital and IT services that are already available in the city. And on the other hand, I think it's very important to also focus on the coordination and networking among stakeholders here and abroad, particularly those ministries, commissions, and government organizations, so that they would work together to enhance, develop, and make the sector more profitable and more visible in the eyes of the international community.
Thank you.
The current situation shows that there are more activities that are going on, and yet all the stakeholders that are involved in this process are expected to do their part in enhancing and developing the tourist sector in the country, and more particularly the contrast tourism.
Thank you, Solomon. To conclude our discussion, the tourism potential Ethiopia has is very immense, and we have not yet tapped this potential adequately. And what else the country should do in order to, foster this area, Desta?
One thing that I cannot stress enough is that conference tourism sector is one part of the tourism sector, which thousands of attendees come to our country. And in that situation, Ethiopia can benefit a lot, can promote its tourism, can promote what is going on with the governmental activities, and the private sector can unleash too many exponential things that can benefit and contribute to the national economic growth. However, in such a way, I can say that there are a lot of the things that has been undergoing, especially in Addis. Actually, many people might not know what Addis Ababa means. Addis Ababa literally means a blossoming flower. And the government has been undertaking massive investment to befit its name, just to look like a blossoming flower. And some of the things to mention are the corridor development and many of the enhancing the pedestrian pavements and even scaling up the city. And with this regard, I think there has to be a very concerted effort among the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and the Tourism Minister, which they are doing currently. But it has to be scaled up, I think, because I assume we're not benefiting the way we should. There is an encouraging move so far, but we have to scale it up. And within that too, they have to at least even take part in bringing about the private sector, which is the engine, the gear of all that. And actually for this, in the next coming couple of months, we'll be hosting about the African Union Heads of States Assembly. So we have to use this kind of venues and platforms to at least promote what Ethiopia is doing towards enhancing its economic contribution to the continent and to scale up its benefit from the tourism. So I think this is the thing that the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and the Tourism Minister can do.
Thank you very much, Solomon and the staff, for your insight. Conclude our discussion with this. We will be with you with another current issues of our interest of our country.